This week on The Rock, we learn about Key Club and how it's not actually about keys. Next, we hear from a successful alumni Seahawk, Devin Long. The Purplehead is back and ready to be found. We bring you the history behind it and how to get your prize. Lastly, we will update you on all that's going on in the ASB leadership class. All this and more on The Rock.
13 strong, we are The Rock. We'll make the show until we drop. We'll bring you news and we won't tell you lies. Please watch The Rock or we will cry. It's made for students just like you. You're gonna wanna see what we do this week on The Rock. 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. I'm Hunter Umayim.
And I'm Colin Bielitz, and we have a great show lined up.
Do you know what Key Club is, Colin?
No, I don't. Is it about keys?
No.
Then what's it about?
In our next segment, Owen and Wazoo investigate this elusive Key Club, so you're about to find out.
So the Anacortes Ski Club is one of the oldest in the nation. It could be the oldest. I'm not sure. So this year we're celebrating our 90th anniversary. And so Anacortes Ski Club has been around for 90 years. Continuous. There's never been a dip.
So I'm the Key Club secretary. So I'm in charge of sending out the secretary report, which is just the report to the heads of Key Club, just to address questions within our club. And then I also take notes and stuff within our meetings and officer meetings and stuff like that.
Key Club, first and foremost, is a service organization. So it is the affiliate of the Kiwanis International, which is the adult version of it. We are the high school version, and our directive is to improve our community through acts of service, and that is at different levels, different scales too. So we do actions that are Key Club International. For example, our trick or treat for UNICEF. We've got water purifying endeavors in, I think it's in East Africa.
So over 3 years, I think I've gotten about 25 or 30 hours, and that's just when we've been in our COVID years, so we haven't had that many community service experiences. And so we're definitely going to do a lot more community service projects this year, so it's probably going to be even more than that if I had done it during a normal year.
The Key Club meetings are on the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday of every month, and they happen in my classroom in room 113, unless we change, and then you'd be notified.
Well, that was quite eye-opening.
And here I thought this was about collecting keys. Hey, maybe I should join because I have 0 hours of community service.
Next up, we have the story of Seahawk alumni Devin Long.
Brought to you by Thurston Young and Braden McAmoyle.
Who's the most famous person you know that graduated from AHS? What about an NFL-drafted, Nickelodeon-acted millionaire? But enough from us. How about you hear it from the man himself?
I graduated from Anacortes High School in the year 2001. I'm old. Started out playing basketball, and they demanded that we have like another sport under our belt while we're not playing basketball. So I was like, maybe I'll do some cross country. So I ran cross country my freshman year, but I got kicked off the team because I didn't like running, and I got kicked off the basketball team too. This is going really. So I got kicked off the cross country team because I wanted to do basketball because it was mandatory. And then my sophomore year, I got kicked off the basketball team because back then you weren't allowed to have any facial hair. There had a lot of rules. You know, everyone had to look the same. This coach was crazy. Everyone had like the same facial hair. You couldn't wear like, you know, different shoes, or everyone's socks had to be like the same length. And, you know, it was an accumulation of a lot of things. But like one practice, like I showed up and had a goatee. He's like, you're off the team. And I was like, you know what? I don't have anything left to do. So then my brother was like playing football at the time. So he was like starting to like have some success there. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll just play some football. And that worked out. And I played some track too, you know, but everyone does track. What did I do after high school? Well, I got a scholarship to go play football at the University of Oregon, the Ducks. And so I was like, I had an opportunity to go to Oregon and play football down there. And I went down there, and they put me at defensive end my first year, and just busting my ass. You know, I had a chip on my shoulder because, like, you know, playing D1 football, and I didn't know much about anything other than what I saw in the movies. So I was like, oh man, everyone's going to be like huge and fast and like just crazy. And it's true. What did I do after college? Well, I got signed a free agent contract with the Carolina Panthers. So I went over there and I had a cup of coffee with those guys. I think I was like there for like 6 months, and then we got into like rookie camp, mini camps, and I got injured. I tore my groin. Total bummer. And so I sat out most of my rookie year with the Panthers. So I'd always wanted to live in LA, like at the beach. So I moved to Venice Beach, broke, but I was living in a real cool spot. And I had one friend out there, and he was like, dude, what are you doing for money, dude? I was like, not much. He's like, you should get into acting. You could do commercials. I was like, I started doing that and started making a bunch of money just doing commercials, which is awesome because you could make a lot of money at commercials back in the day. And then probably like 5 years after that, like I was like, I kind of like, the opportunity was presented to me to like to really start acting, you know, because commercials is like, hey, you know, that's like eating candy bars and ice cream. Like it tastes good, but you can't live on that stuff. And so acting's more like the meat and potatoes. Like, yo, do you really want to get in this craft and like develop yourself and see what it's all about? You know, start going to classes and, you know, learning scene study and stuff like that. And so I just progressed into that and got into television and film, and cut to now, I'm in Montreal working on a show.
For Grouchy Wolf's neck, gouge eyes, punch your genital. Ah!
It's great to see fellow Seahawks succeeding in life.
I couldn't agree more.
Colin, have you ever seen the Purple Head?
What are you talking about?
It's one of my favorite activities at the school.
Well, I guess I'll just have to watch the segment by Grace Johnston and I to find out all about it.
In leadership class, there are these, or at least last year, there were these 3 projects that you had to assemble and present throughout the year to get your credit, I guess, for the class. And I was just struggling to think of something, so I thought, people have done scavenger hunts in the past, but what about something that just continues every week and that people can continue to find? So it wasn't actually a purple head at first. We weren't really sure what to hide, so we found a purple Thanos plushie on Amazon, and everyone thought it was hilarious, except for Mr. Andrich. Mr. Andrich did not like the idea of a purple Thanos. So he suggested that we use a little styrofoam head in the ASB closet, and we decided to spray paint it purple from there. Well, once you find it, you've got to bring it to the leadership classroom. It'll be hidden every week, and there will be a hint on the rock on Wednesdays.
Since Riker is no longer in the leadership class, I've inherited the job of hiding the purple head.
That's what that is? I've seen the purple head around the school, but I had no idea I could get a prize for it.
Well, now you know, pal.
To finish up our show for today, Grace Johnson brings us an update on what the ASB leadership class is up to and what events to look out for.
Right now, we have a Tigerhawk t-shirt design competition going on. The deadline for that is going to be next Monday. We also have a window competition going on. This is an opportunity to decorate your teacher's windows, and that's going to be the 1st through the 28th, and the theme is Fall and Thankfulness. Also, don't forget about the mailbox. This is a great opportunity to send letters to your fellow peers. And the Purple Head is back, and the riddle we have for you is, kids these days, they just don't get scared like they used to. So, good luck.
Well, that wraps up our show for today.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at therock@asd103.org. We love to hear your feedback.
And with that, I'm Colin Bielitz.
And I'm Hunter Ubayam.
And
from our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.